What up, y'all? What up? This is King Abundance. I'm coming to you today. I want to talk to you today about air quality. Air quality. I want to talk to you about filters. How to know that you pick the right filter, when to change it out, and airflow. So, how do you know you pick the right filter? There are a lot of filters on the market. You can pick a filter that is really. You can pick a filter that meets your needs, but you don't need the most expensive filter. You do not need the most expensive filter. And just because it is the most expensive filter, that does not mean it's the best. Normally, the thicker it is, the more it restricts airflow. The thinner it is, it defeats the purpose because it lets everything through. I like to say do the hand test. If you can see your hand on the other side of the filter, then it's not a good filter. But if it's almost impossible to see your hand on the other side of the filter, then it's a decent filter. I want to say, if you want to look at numbers don't lie. Get you a MERV 8. Get you a MERV 8. A MERV 8 filter. MERV 8. You can get they have MERV 11s, 12s, 13s. People think if you get the more expensive one, then it's better. No, that's not what that means. It's thicker. And you want it to be pleated. You want it to be pleated. You do not want a filter that is not pleated. That works better with the quality of air and not letting things through. Whether it be pet hair or dust or anything through that filter, you just want clean air to go through, not whatever dust you have in your home, or dust mites and dead skin cells and things like that. Didn't mean to gross you out, but it's the truth. Now, how often should you change your filter? How often should you change your filter? If you can think of how often let me ask you this. How often should you change your filter? Every 10 days? That's A. Every 90 days? That's B. Every 6 months? That's C. Let me know down in the comments. Like, subscribe, share. Like, subscribe, share. Let me know down in the comments. Should you change your filter every 10 days? A. Should you change it every 90 days? B. Or should you change it every 6 months? C. All right, you got your answer locked in. Put it in. Don't cheat. All right, you ready for the answer? Drum roll. It's B, every 90 days. Every 90 days, you should change your filter. Religiously. You should change it every single solitary 90 days. It should not be a 90 days that goes by and you don't change it. If that system is on, you should change your filter every 90 days. All right? Now, another thing is airflow. Proper airflow. Proper airflow means you have a clean filter. You change it every 90 days. And in addition to that, you get someone, a paid professional, to come and clean your coils with a coil cleaner. Some coils you can clean with just water, but the majority of them, because they get like greasy and dirty, and pollen and all of these things on these filters. I mean, on these coils, especially the ones outside, and the ones inside get dirty too. But these are things change. It starts with the filter. It all starts and can all end with the filter. If you have a very, 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 very dirty, clogged up, nasty filter, you can break your system. Your system will stop running. I'll tell you a funny story. Funny, not so funny. Before I got into HVAC years ago, I was living at a home, and I called my landlord and I said, "Hey, the AC's not working." So he called a guy out, the HVAC guy like myself. He called a guy out, and the guy was up there, maybe up in the attic, maybe 15, 20 minutes. Probably not even that. Maybe like 10 minutes. Came down and he said, he asked me a question, and he had this dirty filter in his hand. He said, "Hey man, when's the last time you changed your filter?" I said, I haven't changed it out. And he said, "Yeah, you need to change this filter out every 90 days. And I said, "Oh my goodness. I've never changed it out, and I've been here for a year." He said, "Yes, that is the reason right there why your system is not running. You can break the system that way." Now, I'm saying that to tell you this, that you can, now I'm in the profession, I know you can make your motors work harder. You can make that blower motor, that indoor blower motor, work harder than it should be. And it should be working. You can overwork it. So the reality of it is, it all starts and ends with that filter. Change your filter religiously every 90 days at the end of the day. All right? Like, subscribe, share, and thank you for your time.